guys, good afternoon. It's your guy J-Day. Hope all is well, love and light. So today guys, I wanted to show you a construction that's going to be going on in Cabodete. This is actually a model of the construction, and this is actually the ocean view. It's pretty much going to be the same setup with an infinity pool, and I'm going to show you guys the actual construction, but this is just a model of what the new construction is going to look like. This is one of the owners of the construction that's going on, so he's going to give you guys just a brief intro of what they're going to be doing in Cabodete.
First of all, thank you very much for having me and your subscribers and followers. How y'all doing? It's a real pleasure. My name is Noel Walron. From Toronto, Canada, living in the Dominican Republic, living the life down here, and it's an absolutely beautiful thing. So this is what we want to do today, is kind of give you the visual of the vision of what we're creating. And so as you can see, we've got the beautiful ocean, we got the beach. Here we've got this retaining wall along up in front. We have an infinity pool, and it's got like 2 levels, right? So we've got the lower level with chairs, and then the higher level with umbrellas and chairs. It's going to be the exact same type of thing. And we're also going to have a restaurant. It'll be smaller than this, but like cafe size, like this. Get some beautiful food, get your drinks while you're by the pool.
Nice. So for those who might be, you know, just curious, what kind of food were they going to be serving? American style, Dominican, international? International, nice, nice.
And so you can get a taste of home, get a taste everywhere. And then of course, you know, along the mid-size, we're also going to have along our campus. We have, for privacy reasons, we just have to watch how much we shoot down here, but just we wanted to give you a quick glimpse. You've got green space on both sides, you've got a patchway, and then you got units all going along one side of the building, all on the right, but from the second floor and above, that's what you're looking at. See this? That's what you see.
Okay.
Yeah. So same type of setup. So when we get down to the actual site, you'll actually be able to see that mix and match of both.
Okay.
4 stories, ceiling to floor windows, 10-foot ceiling to floor windows. Our balconies are going to be a lot bigger than the ones that are here, so that people, you know, get your barbecue on like this, you can hang out, relax with your friends and do your thing, I guess. Or if you're renting out your unit like this, for people who are coming in, I guess they're going to be able to come and have an incredible experience, and be an absolute paradise, but with the 5-star finishings, high quality finishing. So people who like nice life, like nice things.
Nice.
This is the place for you.
Wow, sounds great. So what are the starting prices for some of the units, so that people know? And also, do you offer finance options for people who are looking to go that route?
Yes and yes. So our units start at $161,000 for current pricing in phase 2. Those prices will be going up for phase 3. So we've only got a couple of units left in phase 2. Okay, like this. And so we start at 161 for the 1 bedrooms, or 726 square feet. The 2 bedrooms are 270. Those are 1,200 square feet. And the 3 bedrooms are 2,000 square feet, and those are starting at 605. But there's only 2 of those left.
Wow.
You know, so you have to understand that if you were to go to Miami, it's a down payment for a property. It's what you're paying for outright for a property.
Exactly.
Here. Like, it's a completely different. But our pricing here over the next 10 years will be at Miami levels.
Nice.
I met with the people with City Council. I met with the urban city planners. They showed me the city plans. They showed the growth plans. In our neighborhood, I mean, we got the Ritz is coming into La Boca. You know what I mean? Like
so it's definitely going to bring some revenue in, yeah.
We're talking about market values going to the roof.
Yeah.
So for people who are looking for great market value, I'm talking about through the build period, about 20% per year, like this. And then after that, when you combine cash flow, where you're netting between 8 and 12% per year, combined with about 10% to 15% market value increase over the first couple of years, you're talking over 20% per year. Like, you're way past inflation, you're way past everything. Like, where else are you gonna get that? You know what I mean? Those types of returns.
And that's what I tell people. I feel like, you know, when you're investing in apartments, you see a faster return, you know, I mean, quick. You know, very quick.
When you're investing in pre-construction, because you're also getting the value of the build,
right?
of itself.
Right.
So people who buy off the plan, like this, make more money than the people
People
who buy
that-
it.
right.
It's just simple. Now, of course, there's some people who want to actually physically see. I want to see it. That's
Yeah.
fine,
Uh-huh.
but you just pay more.
Yeah,
you just pay
yeah.
a premium after. But the people who invested early, they have to get first movers advantage,
Mhm.
right? Like this, and right now with all building is going east in Cabarete.
Okay.
Like, all building is going east, so you can't get beachfront right now with the prices that we bought it for.
Nice.
And somebody thinks we're exaggerating. Like, I mean, I'll put our business in the street, no problem. We bought we bought the land in 2022 for $910,000.
Wow.
We had it appraised for just under $1.4 million inside of 2 years. That's the land alone. That's before we got started with land clearing or any of that.
Okay. Okay.
So that's land. So when you're talking about actually construction, and next door to us, we know there's another luxury project that's coming in next door to us. The entire area is coming up, and so it's one of those opportunities for you to be able to take advantage at low cost. You asked about financing. So how it works, this is pre-construction, so it's a deposit schedule, and that's something that we will work with you, we'll work through with you, I guess, because the standard is $10,000 for the promise and sale agreement, 20% inside of 30 days, inclusive of the 10 grand.
Okay.
And then another 20% in 6 months, and another 20% in additional 6 months. So in the first year, 60%, the balance of 40% on closing.
Okay.
Now, if you make a first payment of 20% and you want to go monthly, we can do that. We can break it up into monthly. The first there's no negotiation on, but like this, but then we can break up the payments in a way that makes sense for the buyer.
Okay.
Now, also too, for those people who may not have the full amount of money, like well, if you got 60%, which was required in the first year, then after the first year, what you can do is you can assign your unit. We have an assignment clause. We don't charge anything extra for this. At any point in time, you can flip your unit or sell it for at or above market value. And back home where I come from in Toronto, assignment business, that's a business. People will buy multiple units because they don't plan to close all of them. They may buy 3 or 4 units, but it's land banking. You're getting way more for your bank money than when it's sitting in the bank.
Right.
Like it's in real estate. You know what I mean? You're getting advantage of that uptake with your money, but now you can liquidate and begin to make a lot more money. So that's what we're talking about here. You know what I mean? So people who are sitting on a lot of money, some of them may want a bank. But I will tell you this, from my personal opinion, I don't think people should be flipping down here. I think you should buy and hold. If you buy your real estate over $200,000, you can get residency fast tracked here in the Dominican Republic. And as a resident, once you're a resident, you can actually refinance your property. So these aren't properties that you sell, in my opinion. These are things that you hold for the long term. Like, I'm never selling my units. You know what I mean?
You plan on like Airbnb-ing them?
Yeah, some of the units, yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna have one that just mine, and I don't want anybody else in my house. But for other people who do, and by the way, you're not gonna be the one managing and running that. We run that centrally, and it has to be run centrally because we have to have quality control. It's a 5-star. Okay. We have to maintain the quality and standards, because all it takes is a couple of bad reviews from other people who don't handle their business right. And it affects everybody else's money. We can't have that.
So for those, I guess since you'll be managing the Airbnbs, is there a certain percentage that you guys take?
Yeah, it's a 70-30 split after expenses.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
It's more than fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're ending up with between 8 to 12% cash on cash return on your money, come on, man.
Yeah. No, you can't go.
What else do you want, man?
Yeah, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
So it's more than fair.
Okay.
So, listen, at the end of the day, we want our people who are with us to make money. If you decide to come out to one of the information sessions that we're hosting, if you come out to one of those, my man Jay, we'll be having sessions. Check the link in the description for the dates and the times. And you come on out. Once you actually walk through everything and you begin to understand everything that's happening in the marketplace, like when I first came here, I was on the ground for 6 months before I made a move. I met with their city planners. I met with real estate agents. I met with insurance agents. I met with business people. I met with the locals. I wanted to understand what was going on because we were about to invest a lot of money.
Yeah, right,
you know what I mean? And it's not just my money. It's my money, my business partner's money, Henry Williams Jr. We partnered with a builder here. He's not a hired hand. He's partnered. He's got money in the deal. So that means he's got something to lose. Right. And he also doesn't get his money until the ending, just like us. Okay. So he's got an incentive to get things done. You know what I mean? And he's done business internationally, United States, and also in Haiti as well as here. So he's he does good work. You know what I mean? He does amazing work. He actually finished 2 projects simultaneously through COVID. And everybody has their keys, they moved in. We got projects back in Toronto that people still haven't got their keys and they're in litigation.
Wow.
This is in the Caribbean.
Yeah, yeah, okay? Yeah. So that says a lot. That says a lot.
You know, so companies, how do I know these guys? Well, we can show you the past work. And then, by the way, if you decide to come down and say, look, you know what? I came out and saw your presentation, liked it, but you know, I really want to see it for myself. We're gonna take some of the risk out of it for you. You book, you come. We got fly and buy program like this, and so you decide to buy. What we will do is you give us the voucher for the receipt for your plane ticket. We'll discount your unit by the cost of the flight, up to a maximum of $1,500.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
So hey, what else you really want? You know what I mean?
Guys, that's a win-win. It's a win-win. So what we're gonna do, now that you guys seen pretty much the model, we're gonna go to the actual construction.
Yes.
It's a pre-construction, guys. So we're gonna take you there, show you, give you a visual of what they're doing, and then at that point, you guys make a decision whether or not you're looking to invest, all right? So y'all stay tuned. Don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe, and I'll be back, guys. All right, guys, we are back. We are back at the actual construction site here. And this is pretty much the model of what they're gonna look like, right?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. So similar to what you just saw with the Millennium. All of the balconies are on the right-hand side. We're gonna have the green area. It's 4 stories. We're gonna have 2 elevators, gymnasium, as well as a little mini mart for convenience and that kind of stuff. And we're gonna have I'll show you the cafe that we're gonna have on the site there as well. But we're 10-foot ceiling to floor windows. As you notice here, you've got a wall here for privacy, but you've got an extension to the balcony, so you get the view. So
right.
So you can see that ocean, right? So you get the best of both worlds. And it's 10-foot ceiling to floor windows, and we're sitting on an acre of pure joy.
Nice.
And we're trying to keep as much green space as possible. And oh, by the way, the name W2Q, I told you I'd tell you what that meant from. So the 2 W's, my last name is Walron. My business partner, Henry Williams Jr., it's Williams.
Okay.
You know what I mean, like this. And so we're the W2, we're the 2 W's.
Okay.
The Q is Qualcomm Construction. And that's who we partnered with. And they're based out of Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, and Playa Dorada Mall.
Nice.
Yeah. Now, so this is like the little restaurant that we're gonna have. It's, you know, a little boutique style restaurant there, as well as the infinity pools, the same way you saw it
overlooking the ocean.
Overlooking the ocean.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely. And this kind of gives a sense of the interior and the quality of what we're talking about building here. The quality of what we're looking at building here.
Very nice.
Yes.
And you know, I tell you, I say it all the time to my viewers, man, pre-constructions, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong, only because you know, once it's all said and done, you don't already got equity, you know? You don't already got equity. You know? So I always say, man, jump on the pre-constructions if you can.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. So we're gonna go and walk the territory.
Okay.
Pre-construction is like when you buy off the plan is when you really make that money.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And particularly in the area that we are right now in East Cabarete. Camino del Sol.
Yeah, this is like, it's not far,
We're about a 3.5-minute drive out of downtown. Shuttle service is going to be actually included in maintenance.
Oh wow!
So we got free shuttle service in the town. No problem. So this part over here is going to be parking lot.
Okay.
Parking lot. All the parts right here you're seeing with the grading work that we're beginning to do.
That's the actual construction.
That's where the building is going to be. That's all building.
Okay.
I guess, and so we made sure that the units inside of the units are larger. We were originally going to go for 48 units. But we said, you know what, we're building a 5-star luxury. We don't want people to feel like they're in a cubby hole. We want them to be comfortable.
Right? Because I noticed with a lot of these constructions now that they're doing small tight spaces, you know? To make more money, you know? That's what's going on here. Crawl spaces, you know? That's what's going on.
It is what it is. But that's not what it is with W2. Like
so at least with them, you know, with you guys, you know, you're getting your bang for your buck in terms of space. That's a lot of space.
I want you to think about this. 726 square feet,
Uh-huh.
beachfront like this.
You can't go
Five-star
wrong.
quality. Starting at 161.
Nah, you can't go wrong with
Come on,
that.
man.
Can't go wrong.
You know, but we're keeping a lot of the natural. We kept as many of the trees as we could,
Uh-huh.
but we're going to be bringing other stuff in here as well because we really want to keep that nature feeling.
Right.
You know?
And you get a nice breeze too over here.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very
Yeah.
nice breeze.
Oh yeah.
And as we're approaching close to the front here,
Uh-huh.
oh, by the way, we're gonna have there's 2 elevators.
Okay.
We're gonna have 2 elevators. Let me say elevators. What's the big deal? If you ever come to Dominican Republic, you will see how many places
Have
are 4 floors
right.
and no
elevators. You got walk-ups, right?
And we've got backup generators
Uh-huh.
for the entire facility.
Uh-huh.
The generators, usually with a lot of buildings, the generators are only for the common areas.
Uh-huh.
They do not cover the entire facility.
Uh-huh.
Ours cover the entire facility.
Nice.
Alright, so we're gonna walk to the infinity pool.
Okay, so this is where the infinity pool is gonna be?
Infinity pool. Obviously we're gonna be raised
Up,
we're
right.
gonna be raised up.
Right.
Cafe.
Okay.
This is your backyard.
Nice. Nice. Very nice. And this is the view from here, guys. It's the view from here.
Yeah, so from here to this.
Wow.
We're gonna keep some of the hill stuff. We want to keep some of the natural.
Uh-huh.
But lower down we want
Level it up. Right, the chairs. Right, right.
Right down here, down by the beach. So this side you got mountains,
Uh-huh.
and on this side is the beach as far as the eye can see.
Yeah, it's a lot of beach.
And during low tide, you can walk all the way to Cabarete itself.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
So for those of you guys that like to walk along the beach and do your exercise along the beach, you got a lot of space for that.
Oh, and by the way,
Shoreline is huge.
you look at this water.
Uh-huh.
This water is warm.
Uh-huh.
This water is warm,
Uh-huh.
and you can, because you see, some people look at the waves and they're like, boy, is that you're good.
Uh-huh.
Because you can walk out quite a ways before it even gets up to this height.
Okay, okay.
So you're good.
So you got to worry about like currents and stuff pulling you in and stuff
you're
like
good,
that.
You're good.
Okay.
And along this way, there's other apartments and condos along the beach here that have been built. Now, I don't know if you want to take a walk down there or
No, we good.
You're
we
good.
Yeah.
All right. So, but yeah, this is where we're at.
Okay.
This is where we are at, East Cabarete.
All right. So guys, I mean, there you have it. If you're looking to invest in this pre-construction here, and just tell them how many apartments you have left for people.
We at current, we sold 11 money in hand. We have another 4 people getting their money together, so we're closer to 15 or so by the end of this week. And then we've got 38. So, you know, we've got 15, 17 to go. We're not going to sell all the units. We're going to hold a couple of units for ourselves to rent out.
Okay.
As well. So
and when do you predict this project being finished?
Christmas 2026.
Okay.
Merry Christmas next year.
All right.
My name is Noel. Joyeux Noel. Merry Christmas. By Christmas of next year, we're done, and everybody will be in here with their keys. The truth be told is that to build 38 units, it doesn't take 2 years. But we're giving ourselves
that space. Yeah, that time. Yeah.
We're giving ourselves that space. But if all goes well, we could be done mid-fall.
Okay. All right. So there you have it, guys. Beautiful ocean front property with this pre-construction here in Cabarete. If you guys are interested in investing in this property, I wouldn't let pass you by, because I'm telling you, they're gonna go fast. They're gonna go fast.
We're having full presentations. I'll tell you this. Listen, come out to a presentation. It doesn't cost you anything to listen, but it can cost you a lot not to listen. I was just sharing with Jay in the car on the car ride here that I missed out on the Jamaica boom, which was started about 11 years ago. There was a group that came, I'm from Toronto, and we have this event called First Friday. Shout out to Warren Salmon, who organizes this, where the Black business professional community comes together the first Friday of every month. And they came in and they said, buy Jamaica, buy Jamaica, buy Jamaica. And my mindset was, well, that's their world. Like, why would I be investing in it? Even though my roots are in the Caribbean, Trinity Guyanese. You know what I mean? Like this. But my mind was, I'm in the first world. Why would I be doing that? Not realizing that you could have got 2 or 3 properties for the price of 1. So during COVID, when I was in Jamaica, this is years later, those same units, they were going for 50, 60, 80 grand like this. We're now going for 225, 250, 275, and today they're over 400.
Wow.
That's not including cash flow. Not including cash flow. So ignorance is not bliss, it's expensive. So from my perspective, at least get the information. I guess, you know, and right now, you know, the challenges that are happening economically between Canada and the United States, you know what I mean? Take advantage. Take advantage, man.
Yeah.
You're not going to see these prices here ever again.
Yeah.
And this is beachfront. This is not like inland. This is beachfront stuff. This is like, so for me, I'm never selling my stuff here. This is stuff I'll be passing on to my daughter and future kids. You know what I mean? Like this is intergenerational wealth. It's legacy. This is what we're building here. So if you have a vision, you're like, you know what? Let me at least figure this out. Let me at least check into this. And even if you don't have all the money yourself, you can team up with other people. You know, you see, and if just some folks, because there's some people we've met, you don't have the full money. We can always try to connect you with other folks as well. Like this, and you guys can see what you can work out. You know what I mean? Because 100% of zero is zero.
Right.
You know what I mean? So do something. But your money needs to be in real estate, and if your investments aren't surpassing the rate of inflation,